Hello everyone, Billy Throttle here, back with Peglin on Cruciball 16 with the Balladin, where we start each run with a Horriball. Okay, added advantage. Whenever you gain an effect that causes you to gain must circle, gain 2 ball work. Yeah, that's the one we're gonna go with. Well, Miniboss. This is about our third attempt at this Cruciball difficulty. I'm only uploading, hopefully, just the wins. Well, I guess so far, only the wins, because we've deleted the other recordings, but the first couple runs, they didn't want to give us anything that scaled us must circle. Like, I made it to, I got lost to the wall, not the big wall, like the elite wall in Act 2 twice, and both times up to that point in the game, they had not given me one item that gave must circle scaling. So happy to see the possibility of it here, but guess we still have to work towards it. Well, I guess it's no, I guess I lied. This is a gain ball work when getting must circle effect, so it's not really a gain must circle effect. So so we still have yet to see that. All right, yeah, we didn't get a ton of money there. I'm not a fan of early shops. I'll probably come here for a chest. Guess we could come here. Look at all these events. That's like so many events. All right, maybe we go for this shop because that still leaves us a chance to go to this elite, but we are going to try to greet some gold on the way out. All right, cookie, Brago amulet, refresher course. I'm going to shoot for refresher course. Thank you. All right, well done, steak. A little bit of healing. We can still get to the elite no matter which way we navigate here, and it's kind of the same path with a bunch of events for the most part, so. Duplicate already. I mean, I guess we have to duplicate something. So we do have refresher course, which I guess theoretically is a way to possibly get some must circle. It's not guaranteed. We don't have a ton of refreshes on the board, so it's not going to be a very effective way to do that. But it is a way nonetheless. So maybe we can get a leaf the rest for later. We can get refresher course. You know, renewed Vig Orb, something like that. Like, you know, kind of do something with that. But I guess I was just kind of starting to collect gold, but this fight's really not over yet. All right. Try to sneak a couple more pieces of gold. All right, so what did we say? We're looking kind of like a refresh build. I might not hate upgrading sphere in case we come across the plants. What's our shops look like? There's one shop down here. Let's at least upgrade one sphere. And we're going left to go towards the elite. All right, interesting. So shake the reaching enough minus 10 HP, we can get a bramble. And okay, so we're fighting Miniboss. Or shake the tree to get the egg. I do eventually want to try to get the egg and take it to the end. But I don't think this is the run for that because we're not really planning on Act 4. So it's kind of, do I want to take, I guess, you know, I could always take the egg for healing, but Yeah, we'll take the bramble. Oh, it's already level 3. That's fantastic. All right, this has overflow, so don't really have wasted damage with the bramble. I was like, can we at least tap a bomb a little bit? Oh man, I guess. Perfect. Okay, that actually, okay, maybe not perfect. I thought it was gonna come over here, maybe hit the refresh, hit some more pegs, but. All right, so we're probably gonna take a couple smacks from this guy during reload, but. I was debating whether or not I wanted to skip directly to Bramble, which would probably have had a better chance of killing, but... Okay, so nothing here. Guess we're still saving up money for the shop. 5% chance to refresh into bombs. I don't mind doing bomb stuff. And we're gonna want to go right if we want to go to a shop. Maybe we don't have to worry about Must Circle for doing a bunch of bomb stuff. Just debating, do I want to just skip to Horriball and probably for sure hit this bomb down here, but this Horriball probably would have just dropped immediately. Changed targeting to the bat after we killed stuff, so we kind of lost some of the piercing value on that shot. But I would do want to go right, so I haven't really opened up that side of the board yet, but we have 2 lit bombs. It's bad. Okay, I think with the heal from the well done steak, that was kind of an okay exchange. So refreshing is nice between Refresher Course and Alchemist Cookbook, so we'll have to keep our eyes open for that. So I think we skip here. I believe these are like kind of like slimed pegs, so they're like not as bouncy. Yeah. Some of those in there, so. All right. All right, Refilibuster's always nice. Training Tabard. When our effect causes you to gain Must Circle, gain 2 Bulwark. I mean, those two work well together. Nothing that refreshes. Well, I guess it's probably Refilibuster if we're leaning into the refresh side of things. And I think like refreshes and kind of bombs is probably where we're looking to go, so. Just like my base for Balladin is usually just must circle, must circle, must circle. But I wouldn't mind doing something else. Okay, pretty good. We didn't get a ton of money, but we're going to an elite, then going to the boss. Actually, let's upgrade Sphere. That could come in handy in the mole boss, so. I say, couple of the elite fights that we have and the boss, the upgraded spheres are pretty handy. All right, 2-4. We go to the 5-9 here. Because we also bramble him in place. But we messed up our power slide. It's always disappointing. All right, I think we're gonna hopefully get out of here. Okay. Yes, okay, good. Okay, nothing refresh related. We are heading to the boss, so I think we might just upgrade the other sphere. Get that extra piercing. Intentional oboe or pumpkin pie. So less health or the possibility of more damage. Let's take intentional oboe. All right, so we skip straight here. We can attack through to the mole. And then mole will be in front of us during this pebble shot. Let's see. Can I hit the refresh so we have a nice board? No. All right, let's get some more bombs on the board. So the bombs help pretty significantly against this boss and handling his minions, so. Maybe I shouldn't have brambled him right in front of me, but I knew that was a possibility of brambling him there, and it wasn't until too late where I was like, is he gonna keep smacking me, or? All right, there we go. I needed that refresh. We should be good from here. I mean, we're good from here. It's just this shot or another shot. Replenish orb. All right, so this puts refreshes on the board for us. As you can see this from the Cruciball level 3. It's not one I take very often. but I think we have enough synergies to work with it. That's not what I want to do. I wanted to click that. Every orb fired will fire 2 additional copies on the pegboard, but damage rounded down. Usually not trying to decrease my damage with this character, but we are kind of leaning more towards like refreshing, you know, like that type of thing. Bombs. Attacks and bombs deal 2 times damage, but take 3 self damage. I guess intentional oboe would. Oh, it does specifically say when you lose health, the amount lost by 1. So I'm guessing maybe this means it would take 3 bulwark away, but maybe only 2 health when we got to that point. But or Matryoshka. We'll try the Matryoshka. And we're not shooting for Act 4 today, just due to the general difficulty. We will eventually do Cruciball 20, Act 4, but that's not right now. I didn't even hit the crit. It's the whole reason I shot out there. Maybe we can find like a renewed Vig Orb or something that can help scale us with some of these extra refreshes we're putting on the board. Do we care about Restorb? It's like you got to sink a bunch of money into Restorb fairly quickly to make it worthwhile. Probably going to go to the left. And there is a shop in the middle we would like to stop at, as long as we can navigate there. I think we're taking Sphere. We got a lot of, you know, shield knights and stuff that are a hassle to deal with. Oh, so close. This is one of those stages that usually feels like it takes a while to beat, just due to like the lack of pegs on the board and the number of enemies, but we put bombs on the board, that should help. Do we have an access? Okay, as I say, couldn't tell if we were able to hit the bombs or the refresh. Snowball is nice now, but not what I'm looking for. How does this change on upgrade? A little more crit damage. Convert every 6 pegs hit into refreshes. I wonder if this has a limit, because I know, like, I think like Refresh Orb has like a 10 refresh limit. We're gonna go left. We're gonna keep our fingers crossed for some Pebble removal events. I got rejected right there. funny, like that time I was like, let me just kind of hit a bomb to kill this front guy. And I wasn't even trying for the refresh. And that's the time you get the refresh, is when you're not aiming for it. All right, we don't have any extra ball work, so I don't want to mess around with misnavigating too much. Upgrade our pebbles or remove an orb. Just remove. Should probably start, I would say start digging out this refresh, but we do have our replenish orb coming soon. Recombobulator will definitely be a big thing to find during this run. Maybe I'd consider taking, I don't think I've taken Focus Blast, the boss reward for the upgrades bomb damage, but makes it single target. I haven't taken that since the upgrade with the Act 4, so. All right, we do have a little bit of bulwark to, if we misnavigate. I'm probably just going to remove another orb. Take 21 damage. I mean, we keep our gold. So, I mean, I'm comparing it. Dash through the flames, take 4 damage. So, this is a 17 damage difference, but we get an orb removal, so. Oh, I don't know how to navigate this stage yet. Okay, worst case scenario, I go here and we get a shop here. But I think I would prefer to go to this shop and then go to the right. Good, okay. Yeah, every time I've seen to shoot to one side, it always seemed to like kick it over to the other side. Okay, couple things I see. I see some bombs. I see super boots. I see an extra refresh. I don't remember if relics get more expensive when you buy them here, because if so, I can only afford one of these two. Okay, they don't. I think they do eventually. I think I'm gonna take super boots too. And we have no money for this shop, so I'm gonna attempt to go to the right, but. Okay, I'm fighting. Ooh. Okay. I would love Recombobulator at this point. Force in a Pebble. I don't know if I have the damage to kill this this boss here. Yeah, I said we might just straight up die here too, because we don't have anything that flips this guy back over. Okay. This has a refresh associated with it. Every shot and fire below 50% health is a crit, or deal 2 times damage when below 25%. Actually, would have been, I wonder. I guess we do have an event here. As I say, do we misnavigate a whole bunch to trigger 2 times damage against the boss? That would just be really dangerous, because we don't know what we're going to right after this. I'm going to take this. If we're lucky, maybe it's a fight. And maybe we can do that, because I think we might need the 2 times multiplier here. It is not. Okay. Remove an orb. Yeah, I fear we're in a bad spot here. We don't have a lot of we don't have much damage. We do have a little bit of scaling with refresher course, but not the right damage, I would say. Oh well, I guess we go for it. And we're gonna destroy this board. We're gonna put a bunch of bombs on here and destroy a bunch of pegs. I guess we shoot this guy too, just kind of for the bomb damage and possible refresher course scaling. Thank God. Okay. Do the pegs not get destroyed? Because I don't see any missing pegs at the moment. Alright, we won't be bramballing him in place with this guy. Alright, he's about half dead at this point. And only about halfway towards us, so we're in okay shape. Okay, here's some of those missing pegs. I wonder why it seemed like it took so long. I expected them like immediately, but okay, that was better than expected. Like Reorbanizer would go great with, you know, Duplication Potion. We don't know if we're going to see that. I guess let's upgrade you. We could get a little bit of damage here. We're not really, I mean, we'd have to shoot Horriball, but I mean, it would at least have some damage to it. I don't think I want Haglin's Satchel. We don't know what's going to be in there. I mean, the dense times, I believe, activates the bombs in one hit, but I think we're going to take Sealed Conviction. And we said we're skipping those. I do have to remember I have Super Boots on Navigation. Let's take a Ball Lightning. Ball Lightning feels like an interesting choice here. It'll do decent damage since we have Seal Conviction. Not decent. I mean, it's all relative. But it'll hit a lot of pegs, light a lot of bombs off. A lot of fights in this top portion. Alright, waiting for these to cycle one more time. Trying to get some bombs on the board. I definitely missed that refresh. Alright, we have Choo-Choo. Honestly, surprised we haven't put more bombs on the board yet. There we go. I was like waiting for the bomb to like twinkle away. I'm like, I guess probably doesn't do that. Inflation, no. Alright, so we still have a couple items that could use upgrades. Shops are near the end, but... As I say, a lot of bombs on this board, but... I think for filibusters, probably doing more work than I'm thinking right now. Okay, at least we killed that guy up front. Alright, this is like strangely working for us. It's nice. Alright, this jerk. At least we'll bramble him in place. Don't think we're hitting a crit. I was like, oh, should I skip by some orbs to try to get back to Bramble? But that's not what this sealed conviction doesn't allow that. Oh, lightning. Let's see, there's another replenish orb. One draw, deal self-damage equal to 25%. Yeah, I don't think I can do that within battle too many times. I think when you upgrade it all the way, like it reduces it pretty far down, but... Actually, did they... I don't recall this being... Did this get a buff? Because I think I remember it just being deal damage to enemies equal to that. Like, just being a refilibuster proc, essentially. Or, I guess, in our case, since we have a refilibuster, 2 refilibuster procs. Let's try it. Trying to think, like, what's a typical number of pegs we might have off the board? Like, 25? I don't know. So we would take 75% damage of that, so probably about 6 damage. Deal 125. It's probably only happening 2 to 3 times in a, fight. Maybe, 3 to 4 in a longer fight. Probably 1 to 2 in a normal fight. Closer to, 3 or 4 in a boss fight. But who is the boss? Okay, we got the dragon guy who does have a pretty full board, to be honest. I think if we were doing Minecraft boss, this would, or Minecraft boss, Minesweeper boss, this might be helpful for the minions, but let's pass on that. Pegboard starts with twice as many bombs. Sure. Let's go to the fight. I might try to go to the chest. We might have to start navigating for like our final lanes and keeping the you know, those in mind soon, so. Okay, nothing interesting here. No orbs to upgrade. I would probably prefer the slightly later shop. Not that there's much difference between the two. They're like, no, you're fighting this elite. Can't skip anything. I'm assuming all of the smaller enemies are probably almost dead between the filibusters and bombs, so. Okay, that's good. Not that I could have planned much differently with the shot. I guess I could a little bit, but we only have 5 health missing. Ooh, duplication potion. We are going to take that. It's a little late for grinding Monstera. I was possibly leaning towards taking a reorbanizer earlier, which I passed on. I don't think it really matters where we go here. We have like probably the same chance to navigate to where we want to go, but I don't. Is there anything we want to remove now? Now that we've gotten a little bit further. I'm kind of okay with what we have. So we're just going to ignore him. I don't think we need to kill him for no reason. All right. Let's maybe try. We'll just try to sneak out down here. Okay, decoy orb. And then yeah, this is the lane we want to go to. Okay, Strange Brew. I saw so many reorganizers and I was like, I should just pick one up. And yeah, as I said, I wouldn't mind a red bomb or two if it kind of sped things up. Okay, I do see him a dictionary. That's good. Training weight, that's fine too. Put extra bombs on the board, that's fine. When a crit is hit, I mean, we have refresher course. We don't really have strict mud circle scaling. We could put extra crits on the board. It'll work with Strange Brew. I don't feel like Repostal Service is important for us because we don't have a whole lot of bulwark being built up. Like I just kind of looked before. We're not looking to remove anything, so I could take counterfeit crits. It's a lot of bad guys. Now we do have a skip now, so we can skip by like Horriball. But I actually think I'm just gonna shoot it still. We do have the ability to skip, so. Because if I go straight to lightning, we're gonna target. I would say we're gonna be targeting this guy immediately anyways, so. Should we take a rub orb? We do our pink bouncy boy. I think we should. Let's take rub orb. Sash of Focus. It feels like it's a little late for Sash of Focus, but I also don't need gold. Okay, so we did get one red bomb here. And we do have enhanced gunpowder, so okay. I may have hit a couple more red bombs than I was hoping for, but okay, heal, upgrade, and we can try to heal on the way out. All right, let's see how we go here. Okay, we want to make sure, we want to try not to shoot down into that hole anymore. Oh, it tried to not go down there, but... I would love to hit a refresh. Fortunately, no refresh. Alright, so he knocked through all of our bulwark. Skip Horriball. Shoot over here, which should refresh the board. He doesn't get his first action on reload due to decoy orb. Oh, a little heal from Well Done Steak. We're getting close. All right, we got there. Not my traditional Balladin build, but all right, let's take a look at the end screen. So it's Cruciball 16 Balladin. It's weird. The more that I played a lot of Peglin before we've kind of started this 0 to 20 with all the characters run. Like I've already had, if you go back, like I had a couple of the characters already at C20 and the other ones I think at 15 or higher. But my boss relics that I preferred, I think changed a lot. And I don't know if that's due to changes in the game or just an understanding different, because Sealed Conviction used to be like high on the list for me. I don't take it as much anymore. I think it had a highest of Cruciball 13 previously. But this in my mind wouldn't have been a typical Balladin win, you know? We had the only must circle gains we could have gotten was from refresher course, and we didn't have anything crazy for refreshes that like would have caused like that big buildup of, you know, some kind of damage, but it worked nonetheless. So, you know, I guess it was a bomb. It ended up being a bomb build in the end, but hope you enjoyed the run. We're going to continue with this. I might start sneaking in some kind of custom runs in the meantime, or I think we're going to do a showcase of all the different boss relics. Because these higher Cruciball difficulty runs are a little more difficult. So to consistently get them out with I have work and streaming, you know, so you know, getting the time to devote to, you know, several of these runs sometimes just unfortunately doesn't come by easily. So we might start mixing in some other runs on the way up to 20 and then Act 4 at Cruciball 20. But hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you have any ideas on runs that you would like to see. For, you know, custom runs, I would be more than willing to kind of put them on a list and, you know, work them in. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.